Good late Tuesday, early Wednesday. Meteorologist Casey Cloud here in the Weather Center right now, giving you a look at that current Doppler radar view across the region and those temperatures here as well. You're seeing right now those readings mainly in the lower 70s out there. Uh, pretty okay, I guess you could call it. I mean, it's just that time of year where it's going to be a little bit warmer at night, but at least it's not as warm as it is during those daytime hours where we're just seeing those sweltering temperatures across the region. So just you see there's still a few 80 plus readings here though on this board. I know just south of our area I see one. I see a couple there. I know as we look into Ward Duval County here, toward the Jacksonville area. I mean, so it's still pretty warm in some of those spots, and it's just how it is here the next few months in the Ward our viewing area. I know we're going to be starting hurricane season soon. We're going to have hurricane special Wednesday there at 9 p.m. So make sure you tune in for that as we're looking at things and giving you the latest information. I know it's just always important to be prepared here. Remember what happened with Adalia last season. So just make sure you're prepared. Part of the area devastated. Other areas went through it pretty good. Didn't have too much of an impact in some of those even. So it's just always important to be prepared, and that's what we're gonna do. And but again, right now, pretty calm. I know where we're at. We're just a touch cooler, 67 degrees, a little more rural area here east of Stark and Bradford County. So again, it's pretty calm overall here in Netherwood, Texas. That wasn't a story on that Tuesday though, and there's still some warnings right now. It's a interesting pattern we've been in lately. I mean, as I look down toward Corpus Christi, I see some severe thunderstorm warnings in play right now over there. You can see there, it looks like Duval, McMullen, Jim Wells, and Live Oak counties there in south central Texas. Severe thunderstorm warning in play. I know I almost wonder if that's an anomaly, that 94 reading there out ahead of this. Hopefully that is. But see some 80s there, 86 there around Kingsville, Texas. So definitely some warm conditions as we're looking towards some of those areas as we're kind of keeping our eyes on things for sure. I know just kind of giving you that rundown, and I see a severe thunderstorm watch and playing that pink shaded area for South and Deep South Texas until about 2 a.m. Central Time. So just something to kind of keep tabs on there for sure in that regard. So again, I'll be doing that as I kind of give you guys the very latest here on the weather situation. I know toward Houston, they had some severe weather, a little north of there, a little bit more so though. And then around Dallas, they really got hit hard. A lot of power outages there around Dallas County, for instance. But let's go ahead now and get on over in toward the graphics here and talk about hurricane season. What I've been alluding to here, that hurricane special going to be Wednesday at 9 o'clock on all the different platforms. So make sure you tune in for that. I know this time of year generally not too active, but you just never know. There's always those one-offs here. I'll kind of be going over that there in our hurricane special. How on Memorial Day 2012, we did have one of those one-offs. This one of the names that's going to be on the name list here this year. We haven't used any of those names yet. We'll go through all of those there, of course, though, as we do look ahead there in toward the timeline. So I know some of those names pretty familiar to our area. They weren't bad enough to get retired. I know Adalia, not quite bad enough to be retired either. So that'll be back in less than 5 years there as we're looking toward the 2029 name list. Unless the names are retired or recycled and used every 6 years. So something to just kind of keep in mind. But you see where the peak of hurricane season is here as we look at things. I know we're going to be really watching there, late August or early October is where things really generally peak on out. So definitely be paying attention to that potential here that time of year as the situation does get going. But you can have those flood events earlier on in the season as well, like Debbie there in 2012. That's on the list. That name is 1994, of course, toward a south toward that terrible flood event there. Alberto, I mean, it's just, stuff that folks don't ever forget about as we look towards some of the different areas here being impacted by the historic events. And then as we go to severe weather real quick, I want to talk about this because it's all the devastating severe weather we had to come on the air for over Memorial Day weekend. I know just a serious situation, severe conditions, considerable damage in other spots. I know a lot of fatalities. I know you look toward North Texas, you look toward eastern Oklahoma, Northwest Arkansas, even in Kentucky there as well, fatalities, and you just hate to see it. Just keeping everybody in my thoughts and prayers. We had strong tornadoes in play. We had many, at least EF2 tornadoes. That's what constitutes a strong tornado. So again, it's terrible to see all that. I know severe weather pattern across the country. I know we talked about what we saw toward Texas with the severe thunderstorm type of winds, but the tornado pattern that's been active should calm down now as we get toward June. This climatologically, it kind of gets a little bit further up toward the north where you had that focal point of attention. So just something to kind of keep in mind. And around here to be more about those afternoon storms, but we'll still pay attention, obviously, as we look at things. I know as I go ahead and see our rainfall forecast for the next 7 days, I know as we just try to give you the latest information on things here, just gonna try to kind of look at the board and I'll let you know. I mean, as we look there, you see areas there out toward like Texas and Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, still a good bit of rain coming on in toward the picture there would look like. So that's definitely something for those folks to keep an eye on out there as we kind of look out toward the center of the country. Less rain toward our local area. Of course, so you can go to cloudweather.com/radar for an interactive look at things when we're not on the air. I know toward like our viewing circle, you see here, not too much rain overall, maybe a tenth of an inch, a quarter inch there of rain on average. I mean, some areas are going to get a little bit more, and toward our western areas. We'll have to watch out there. I know we're toward Tallahassee. Maybe Sunday. It's looking like maybe a little bit more rain. I know I have my garnet and gold tie on for my Seminoles, my alma mater there in Tallahassee, and they're gonna have that baseball regional first time in 6 years. And the weather looks pretty good Friday, especially. It'll be warm. Be careful in terms of that. Just drink plenty of water. Saturday still looks decent, but Sunday it looks like now the latest model, and it's not, it's not a guarantee. There is some split in the guidance here overall, but it's definitely looking like a little bit more of a chance now for some showers and storms. So hopefully that holds up. I have 40% in the forecast for that Sunday as we're kind of looking at things in that regard. I know, real quick, I just kind of punched back on up the radar view. I mean, it's clear right now. We were even last night tracking those marginally severe storms there as we were looking toward Tallahassee. It wasn't an overwhelming scenario. We did have quite a bit of severe storm action in Georgia, though, Memorial Day evening for sure. As we kind of look at things in the overall picture, just kind of trying to give you the latest updates, obviously, on things. Just trying to let you know exactly what's going on in the grand scheme. So, again, we'll just continue to watch things and then just remind you of our covered area here. Let me just remind you guys of that. They're at home as we're looking at things. I know you see we're in Bradford County in the Stark area, part of the 62 counties, of course. And but as we look here, we're always on top of any tornado or storm moving through any one of the 62 counties. So just something to kind of bear in mind as we're looking at things here, as I'm tracking them in the overall picture. Just important to do that there for sure. So again, just kind of helpful to get an idea of what's going on as I go ahead now and see that extended forecast. You can kind of see 5% chance of rain on that Wednesday, 5 on Thursday, going up toward 20% on that Friday though, 30% Saturday, 40% Sunday, and then you can kind of see toward that Monday and that Tuesday. I mean, it drops off just a little bit here as we kind of look at things there. But we're still gonna be watching those rain chances around. This is something to keep in mind for sure as we kind of give you the latest updates on that. I know the averages, well, those average highs, I mean, we're expecting generally for this time of year I mean, you see 89 Tallahassee, 87 there for Jacksonville. And well, we're going to be talking about a storyline that we're going to be above that for sure on Wednesday. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Thursday there, 93, Friday 92. And on that Saturday there, we're going to be seeing a 90. So it's cooling off a little bit. That's because there's more cloud cover, more storm potential, especially on that Sunday it would look like here. Of course, this time of year you can always have isolated strong to severe storms when you have the pattern just right. Hopefully we don't get them, but it'll be something we're watching, something we're tracking there for sure. Just trying to give you the very latest information. But I know I'm going to go ahead right now and switch back on over to our other viewpoint. And let's see here. Let's go ahead and I'll zoom out a little bit. I want to go out west because that's where golf is being played there as we're looking out west there. FSU, I have my tie on, my garnet and gold. I mean, not just for baseball. I know I've been in front of the chroma key for a while. I know softball there had a great season. Ended there in the round of 16 against Oklahoma. The three-time defending champs, 3 consecutive years. I mean, they've won it there. But then as we're looking toward this area in California, Florida State men's golf team playing for the national title later on that Wednesday for the first time ever, going against Auburn. Neither team's ever won, and one of them's going to win the title. It'd be great if my Seminoles could get the job done there. And as we're looking toward Oklahoma, toward Stillwater, we're talking about FSU hosting a regional, with Florida not hosting a regional in baseball this year. But I know in terms of softball, the team going, the Gators are to the Women's College World Series there in OKC, and the men are going to be close by there in Stillwater in the Stillwater Regional for the baseball team. So just, I know they just were one win above 500 there were the Gators, but they managed to get into the tournament there. As we go ahead and look at things and give you the latest and just looking back toward our area. Another thing we need to mention, I know we're not going to have a full update on late Thursday. We're going to have hurricane special though on that Wednesday there, Wednesday at 9 p.m. But then on Friday in Jacksonville there, legendary anchor Tom Wills at WJXT is going to be bidding the viewers farewell after 49 years in the air. He'll be back in November for the election, but otherwise, he's bidding the community on the TV side farewell, and just congratulations on a great career there. I mean, next to George Winterland, I mean, obviously, the late George Winterland, there's really nobody else that's been a bigger deal in the history of Jacksonville television than Tom Wills. So, congratulations to Tom on a great career. I mean, Tom and the rest of that team worked together for so many years. They were the longest running anchor team in America. Deborah Gianolis there, George Winterland, and Sam Kavars. I mean, for over 2 decades, it was them 4 on the air at 6 o'clock there in Jacksonville. But again, just kind of a really big story there in terms of media in Jacksonville. 49 years there. Jacksonville's newsman Tom Wills bidding the TV side of things farewell per se as we're looking toward Friday there at 6 p.m. So congratulations on a great career there. As we go ahead and see your whole area view though, you can kind of see what's going on. Again, it's pretty calm, thankfully. It's not been that way at points here this time of night. I mean, going back to Saturday night, I'm never going to forget what happened there toward areas like Claremore, Oklahoma, and then in toward Arkansas and Benton County. And then on the last night, we still were pretty busy even on that Tuesday there. It was pretty active as well in that Doppler radar technology as we were looking there toward Texas, toward DFW, especially Dallas. Dallas County seemingly more power outages in Tarrant County there as we were looking toward North Texas. So big deal there. Again, hurricane special. Make sure you tune in for that. That's going to be late Wednesday, 9 p.m. Pretty late Wednesday. I mean, this is really late. Tuesday, but 9 p.m. on Wednesday on all the different platforms. Make sure you tune in for that here as we're looking at things as we give you the latest. Wednesday at 9 p.m. and then no update Thursday. We'll be on if needed. If there's any severe concerns in the days ahead here locally and or nationally, in terms of locally, our criteria is lower to come on. Of course, it's more, it has to be more serious to come on the national level, but for something like that. But those are all the different platforms we're on here: Facebook, KC Cloud WX, Cloud Weather, Twitter/X at Cloud Casey, YouTube at Cloud Weather, there, Twitch Cloud Weather, and cloudweather.com. So again, just give me the updates. If I don't need to exit, come on, I'll post there on Facebook and on Twitter/X if it's local. If it's national, maybe just retweet something there on Twitter/X at Cloud Casey. So I think that pretty much covered everything for tonight. I'll be back with that formal hurricane special here Wednesday at 9 o'clock on Facebook, on Twitter/X, YouTube, and on Twitch. I'll have that posted on the Tropics tab there pretty soon after too on cloudweather.com. So make sure you tune in for that. 9 o'clock, that's going to be right there in the middle of that golf match there between FSU and Auburn. I didn't quite look at the schedule at that because you're honestly not focusing too much on the golf schedule there for FSU, but trying to win their first national title. So I guess you can always watch the special on demand if you're tuning in that, or watch it on a second screen, or watch the golf on the second screen as well. So again, this is going to go ahead and pretty much wrap things up for tonight. Let me see if there's any questions or comments real quick. Make sure we don't have anything from any of the viewers at home here in terms of any questions or any comments. Just going to check here and see, and don't see anything for now, but appreciate you guys tuning in here. Have a great night, everybody. As we're looking at all the different 62 counties here across the region, just trying to keep you up to date on everything. Again, pretty calm at this point in time. I know the saying goes sometimes severe clear. Well, that's what it is right now. We like to see that. We're not in alert mode, but we'll always be watching in case we have to. Right now, nothing too concerning the tropics either. But we'll have that full season type of hurricane special. We go through all the names and much more Wednesday, which is for some folks here really at this point. I mean, unless you're watching this after the fact, it's more than 24 hours after the fact. It's today at 9 o'clock, so 9 p.m. tonight. Have a good night, everybody.